September 28, 2025. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, also known as Sunshine Law SA 10:4-6. Notice of the meeting was sent to the Daily Record of Citizen on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, and published in the Daily Record on Tuesday, January 7th, and the Citizen Wednesday, January 8th. These notices were sent within 48 hours prior to this meeting, sent sufficient time for publications to publish them. Additionally, this meeting was re-advertised for. Notice that the meeting was sent to the Daily Record of Citizen on Thursday, September 25th. It was published in both papers on Wednesday, October 1st. All notices were posted on the bulletin board of the municipal building, as well as posted on the town's website. These notices were sent within 48 hours prior to this meeting and were sent with sufficient time for publications to publish them. A copy of said notice is on file with the municipal clerk. There is an interpreter here. If anyone needs one, please request it. This time, I'm going to please ask everyone to rise for our pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for invocation. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to serve our community. Grant us wisdom, patience, and unity as we make decisions for the good of all. May your actions reflect integrity, justice, and action. Roll call.
Councilmember Estacio, Councilmember Rodriguez, Councilmember Santana,
Here.
Councilmember Carnio,
Here.
Councilmember Tapia,
Here.
Councilmember Toro, here. Councilmember Velez, here. Councilmember Hunter, here. Mayor Dodd.
Apologize for the delay. So in meeting that situations that beyond control. We don't have any approval of minutes. We have any reports from the committees here tonight. We know we don't have any presentations and municipal correspondence. We're going to go right into the public portion of our meeting. For agenda items only, anything on the agenda, only comment in session. Later in the meeting, we'll have a second portion for the public to comment on anything. And I want to make it clear here tonight, we have a list of people who signed up for this meeting. Our past practice has been to call on those who raised their hands and have signed up to speak publicly in this meeting. There's been complaints coming into the office that people are raising their hands and they're not responding or they're not being accepted into the meeting. If you sign up for the meeting and you raise your hand, you will be accepted in. If you can't unmute, that is on your end and not ours. We will try to accommodate the public the best we can. Every council member has a list here of people who have signed up at request. If you signed up, you certainly may have the opportunity to speak. At this time, I'll open a question and make the program.
Dover Library.
Anyone in the Dover Library wish to comment?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Judy Rugg, 28 Audrey Place, Dover, New Jersey.
Is the timer get started?
Excuse me?
Hold on 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Good to go.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. My name is Judy Rugg. I speak before you today in strong opposition to the proposed ordinance 42-2025. And I must state that proceeding with this vote demonstrates a profound disregard of our legal process. The court issued a clear order to halt the elimination of the chief of police position, recognizing the serious and potentially irreversible harm it could cause. Yet here we are with an ordinance that directly seeks to do exactly what the judge prohibited with the other ordinance. This is not just controversial, it is disrespectful. It is so disrespectful to the judge, to the judicial branch, and to every resident who believes in a government that follows its own laws. I am deeply concerned that our mayor, our council, and our legal representatives fail to see that moving forward is a direct challenge to that court order. This sets a dangerous precedent for how our town operates. It sets us up for more lawsuits. We are told this is for efficiency, but no amount of perceived administration efficiency is worth undermining the rule of the law and risking the specialized command structure that keeps us safe. A public safety director did not work in the past and is something our community cannot afford. I implore you to see this for what it is, a legally questionable overreach that divides our town and divides a court order. Your duty is to serve and protect this community, not to defy a judge. Uphold that duty. Please vote against Ordinance 42-2025. Serve your community and vote no. Thank you.
Next,
Linda Mullen.
Linda Mullen.
Yes, thank you, Tara, for telling me to use my phone. Linda Mullen, 150 Ann Street. I'm going to speak on a few things on the agenda. Resolution 280, 2025. It's important for the council to take a careful look at the redevelopment plans as you vote on them, because what you are approving supersedes, amends, or modifies as applicable present town regulations in the town's zoning district maps. Remember, traffic, parking, and density impact quality of life. Ordinance 40, 2025, approving the spending on the parking utility for infrastructure vehicles. Again, what is the parking plan? And as you're voting on those handicapped spots tonight, which I support, do they need to also apply for a permit for $50 to park on the street in these designated spots? I'm not sure it was covered in the new parking regulations, and I'm wondering when they're going to be rolled out to the community. And the council also approved $1 million bond, although in reviewing and asking multiple times in writing for answers to my questions from those who would be able to explain the budget to me, the budget had a $1.7 million reserve despite statements of financial woes from the council. Will our payment on these bonds also include the pilot properties in town? And then amending Chapter 57 as a way to remove the chief and deputy of police, fire department chief and deputy, restructuring the departments to answer directly to the mayor. This person will be in charge of so many aspects, this safety position, so many aspects of our town's safety, from police, fire, and emergency management, without the expertise and intense training and ongoing that these positions presently require, and will be responsible for the hiring, supervision, training, and disciplining and full oversight. And I'm not sure how this improves Dover's quality of life. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
So that's all at this time, Mayor.
My hand is
Okay.
raised.
Lefty Grimes. Edward Grimes.
Yes, this is Edward Lefty Grimes, East Hanover. The firing of the police chief and the fire chief is absolutely disgusting. So I would like to have a moment of silence for Ramon's law career and Dodd's political career, please. Let's have a moment of silence.
Okay, so I think that's concluded this comment.
I can have a
Lisa. Next.
That's all at this time, Mayor.
So some of the comments and questions that were made, I'm not going to comment on the public safety director. This is an introduction. We'll have a public hearing and more comment at our second portion of the meeting, at our second reading meetings of the ordinance. So we'll address that at a later date. The Linda Mullen bond ordinance, I will have a conversation with our CFO, who will get in touch with you tomorrow specifically. What that is, and your parking questions will also be answered by Alex Sardi, we wrote the parking plan in addition to our parking plan being online. You can also look it up there, but I'll have Alex and Ed both reach out to you tomorrow. We'll go into ordinances for first reading.
Mayor, if I could just ask you a couple of questions, and I think it pertains to Linda Mullins' questions as well. But the $1 million bond, 800 is going for the parking kiosk, 200 is going for the
Sit-downs.
for the 2 Jeeps.
No.
No?
I didn't want to get into this now because we got a lot to cover. The $800,000 is going into the parking kiosk system, which is an investment in our community. The anticipated revenue on the new parking system will generate $1.5 million a year. The reason why we're putting additional money into the system is, yes, to put 2 new parking Jeeps, you're right, Serge. But we also have to buy plate readers, we have software, we have hardware that we have to purchase in addition to that for the entire parking system. So it's 2 new Jeeps plus the incidentals that go along with them. It's a very state-of-the-art system, which requires new software, new hardware. We are going to have plate readers where we can just drive by the vehicles to know if in fact they're paid at the kiosks or not. And there's also, a little bit of money in there to determine if we have anything that comes up that we're not aware, because it's an entirely new system.
Thank you. And does the 2 new Jeeps also give us the ability for the 24/7 enforcement? Is that
Yeah, we'll have a total of 4 vehicles when we're done.
so? Okay.
Yes, we Hope that answers your question, but we'll still have Alex contact you to give you any clarity on any other information that you require. Ordinance 41, 2025, an ordinance of the mayor and town council, County of Morris, State of New Jersey, adopting a redevelopment plan for New Jersey Transit Block B, C, B, and C. Again, this is introduction, I just tried to reach out to our planner. He's in testimony right now. He'll be available.
I'm here, Mayor. I'm here.
Oh, you are, Alex. Okay.
Yeah.
I did try to reach out to you and I didn't get you. I apologize. I thought you weren't available till after your testimony. Why don't you take a minute and inform the board and the public exactly what this intro does on ordinance 41.
Certainly. So, as the community knows and the mayor and council are fully aware, Dover does have an affordable housing obligation to meet our 4th round. I'd like to report that, we had initial numbers of 113, given some carryovers and some allocations for the statute. That number was reduced to 85. Just this past last mayor council, we solidified 17 of those units on the larger Bassett Highway plan. We do have some leftover. Deadlines are coming up. This is a process. So what we like to do from the planning department is not open the town up for litigation, what we call a builder's remedy. So we'd like to move this process forward by way of adopting an ordinance, introducing an ordinance, show fair share that we are moving this forward and we do take it serious. So when we look at the town of Dover, we have, a few large parcels, and when a fair share looked at the town of Dover, these are the properties they looked at when they came up with allocations and, underutilized sites as well. So parking lot B and C is certainly a priority in my office as far as redevelopment, COD, transit-oriented development, enhancing, expanding your downtown, bringing amenities and housing options, and the likes. With that being said, we would love to see Harry Laurie in here. Unfortunately, it's a privately owned property. We first draft introduction this past August, before mayor and council, we had Harry Laurie slated for affordable obligation, but given the time constraints and it's under private ownership and they're under contract, unfortunately, we have to move it forward. So we reassessed, we reevaluated, we came back, we realized we have Habitat for Humanity that we just did earlier this year for 4 homes for purchase, which accounted towards it. We have the Iron Ore project that was passed last year for the 26 seniors, which count for it. So we only have about 38 more units to produce. I'm confident I'll be able to produce more affordable housing units than we need, which should also set Dover up for if there is a 5th round and beyond. But for purposes of tonight, I'd like to introduce just a draft. This is merely, checking the box for fair share. When and if a developer does become available for this property, we can certainly amend and fine tune, but I need to get a draft through the process for fair share to safeguard the community from a builder's remedy. So before you tonight really is for lot C and B in the storage yard. Mayor and Council, I do have an update for New Jersey Transit. We are meeting the December 1st or 2nd with New Jersey Transit about the relocation of that storage yard. They are fully aware. We have put affordable housing obligation on that property. That property, come hell or high water, excuse my French, on my career, will be cleaned up and, in the middle of that community. I do not want a development on lot B. I think the community can agree with that property wedged in the middle. It's not sound planning. It's not good planning. So we are leveraging our affordable housing, our desire to move Dover forward with New Jersey Transit. But nonetheless, there's a lot of moving parts here. We have to adopt and start moving this process forward. So before Mayor and Council is a general skeleton, if you will, plan to develop lot C and B for affordable housing with that storage yard. Again, I want to emphasize when this becomes more obtainable and there is interested parties there that are in the best interest of Dover, that can help us manifest the deck, we will look at developing a plan that is more tailor fitted to the property. But this right now is merely, checking a box to help us safeguard us from builders' remedy lawsuit. So I would ask the Mayor and Council to, first reading, move this forward so we can bring it to the planning board. And again, for the community at large, this is merely to set the foundation and satisfy fair share requirements for the fourth round of affordable housing.
So Alex, once this goes to the planning board, does it come back to the mayor and council, or it comes to us first and then it's adopted when it goes to the...
So it's at mayor and council now. It will move to the planning board and then it will come back for a second reading for quote unquote adoption. Again, I want to emphasize we are adopting it if we can get it to the second phase for public hearing at mayor and council. I really want to emphasize to the community at large, when a development does become realistic here, we will fine tune this plan, amend this plan, and tailor it to the properties directly. This is just a foundation, a check the box, if you will, for fair share, that we are making reasonable movements towards a realistic opportunity to introduce affordable housing.
No, you spent a lot of time, Alex. Thank you for explaining.
Alex, just real quick, can you just do the numbers again? The 85 is the number we needed, 17 at the Bassett Highway, or Habitat for Humanity, Iron Ore.
Iron Ore has 26 right there as well.
Anything else?
So we have those three moving us forward, chipping away at the 85. So what we have here is about 38, 36 left. So we're looking to do about between these three properties to satisfy that. But I'm confident when we start looking at realistic development opportunities, we'll far exceed the requirement that we need.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Alex. Any other questions or comments on ordinance 41? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Thacia,
Yes.
Councilmember Rodriguez,
Yes.
Councilmember Santana,
Yes.
Oh, there, a motion.
So moved. Second. Thank you.
Councilmember Santana,
Yes.
Councilmember Scarnio,
Yeah.
Councilmember Tapia,
Yeah.
Councilmember Toro, yes. Councilmember Velez, yes. Councilmember Whitner, yes. Mayor Dodd.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Ordinance 42, 2025, and ordinance repealing 30, 2025, and amending and retitling Chapter 57 of the Code, Town of Dover, to establish a Department of Public Safety, to eliminate the position of Chief of Police, Deputy of Police, Fire Chief, and Deputy Chief, to create the position of Public Safety Director as appropriate authority, and to provide the administration of the Police, Fire, and Office of Emergency Management divisions. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Lauren, you want to take a minute and explain that? Council, so they're aware. I don't know. I'm sure it looks that bad.
Good evening. So tonight, before you have ordinance 42-2025, which is an ordinance seeking to repeal prior ordinance regarding the elimination of the police chief position and public safety director position, and replacing it with a new updated ordinance reflecting changes that are based upon the court proceeding we had before Judge Minkowitz last week. And based upon that return date oral argument, in my experience, Judge Minkowitz made a ruling which I vehemently disagree with. He was wrong under the law, and he was wrong under his interpretation of the statute. It was one of the most one-sided court proceedings I've ever been a part of. He refused to let my co-counsel Jonathan Cohen speak, my partner Dan Antonelli speak, while each of the representatives for the Police Chief Association, for Chief Delaney, for the Prosecutor's Office, all were afforded full amount of time to speak. But what we did glean from Judge Minkowitz's decision after he and I went back and forth respectfully many times was that there were issues that he had with our ordinance, namely having to do with certain sections that we referenced and modified in the ordinance before you relating to the power service hearing officer, the powers under the police, under 48:118. And we revised this ordinance with the input of our labor counsel, Jonathan Cohen, to reflect all of the changes that he referenced and changes that were also referenced by the Martin County Prosecutor's Office. I will say I don't believe any of that was absolutely legally necessary, but wanted to address his concerns to create an ordinance that we would put before you that was in compliance with his issues and candidly would allow you to move forward without further interference by the court, which I believe is unwarranted under the case law, North Brunswick and other cases. So this new ordinance still accomplishes what I believe this council approved at 2 prior meetings, which is to eliminate the chief of police position, to eliminate the deputy police chief, the fire chief and deputy chief, and install a public safety director. And it preserves that along with, complying with some of the issues that we saw. So that's what's before you. It's been vetted, and I would recommend that you agree.
Any questions from the council?
I do have one question. There were some proceedings last week. Did Judge Minkowitz issue an order last Friday after the proceedings requiring the maintenance of the status quo till the hearing?
No.
He did not.
Judge Minkowitz issued an order denying our application to dissolve the temporary restraints that were issued without notice to the town of Dover. It was ex parte order that he signed a few days after they filed this 2 weeks ago. And in the order that initially restrained us from taking any action, it required that we not take any action under Ordinance 30-2025, which was the initial ordinance. So we were prevented from taking any action under the prior ordinance, meaning hiring a public safety director and moving forward, but we were not yet feeling that and taking the action.
Thank you.
Any other questions? We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Thacia?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Santana?
No.
Councilmember Scarnio?
Yes.
Councilmember Tapia?
No.
Councilmember Toro? Yes. Councilmember Velez?
Yes.
Councilmember Whitner? No. Mayor Donna?
Okay, we have ordinances, second reading and public hearing. Ordinance 31/2025, an ordinance of the mayor and town council, town of Dover County, Morris City, New Jersey, providing handicap parking space at 109 Beaver Street. Second, please.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions, comments? Roll. Oh, I'm sorry, second reading. This time I'll open ordinance 31/2025 for the public and which be heard. Please raise your hand. Seeing no hands, closest person to the public. Roll call.
Oh, one, I'm sorry, Tara. Yep, Connor Burbridge.
Connor Burbridge.
Yes, hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Hold on a second, please. Good. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I'd just like to take a moment to say that, I'm really disgusted with the mayor and the council members that have voted for this ordinance. Please, excuse me.
This is for the handicap parking space? Is this about the handicap parking space, ordinance 31, 2025?
That's it.
Please come. Okay. Any other questions on or comments on ordinance 31, 2025? Close this portion to the public.
Councilmember Staffio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilmember Santana.
Yes.
Councilmember Scarnio. Yes. Councilmember Tapia.
Yes.
Councilmember Toro. Yes. Councilmember Velez. Yes. Councilmember Whitner. Yes. Mayor Dodd.
Yes. Okay, we have ordinance 32, 2025, an ordinance of the mayor and county council of Town of Dover County, Morris State of New Jersey, providing a handicap parking space at 9 Sanford Street. So moved. Questions or comments? Second reading and public hearing. At this time, I'll open ordinance 32 to the public. Anyone in the public wish to be heard, please raise your hand and we'll allow you into the meeting.
No hands.
Seeing no hands, we'll close this portion to the public. Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Mayor Dodd.
Yes, we have ordinance 33, 2025, an ordinance of the mayor and county council Dover County of Morris State of New Jersey, providing handicap parking at 56 Nash. So moved. Second reading and public hearing. At this time, I'll open this portion to the public. Anyone in the public who should be heard on ordinance 33, please raise your hand. We'll allow you into the meeting.
No hands, Mayor.
No hands. We'll close this portion to the public. With focus.
Councilmember Tapia.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes. Councilmember Whitner. Yes. Mayor Dodd.
Yes, ordinance 34, 2025, an ordinance of the mayor and county council, County of Morris State of New Jersey, providing handicap parking space at 147. So moved. Second reading and public hearing. At this time, I'll open this portion of the meeting to the public. Anyone who should be heard on ordinance 34, please raise your hand.
Nothing, Mayor.
Seeing none, we'll close this portion of the meeting. Roll call.
Councilmember Staffio.
Yes.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes.
Councilmember Santana.
Yes.
Councilmember Scarnio.
Yes.
Councilmember Tapia.
Yeah.
Councilmember Toro. Yes. Councilmember Velez. Yes. Councilmember Whitner. Yes. Mayor Dodd.
Yes. Ordinance 35, 2025, amending and supplementing chapter 72, salaries and compensation. This time I'll open this portion to the public. Anyone in the public who should be heard on ordinance 35, please raise your hand.
No hands, Mayor.
Seeing no hands, we'll close this portion. Roll call, please.
Councilmember
Yes.
Yes. Councilmember Santana.
Yes.
Yes.
Say
Is this just for opening to the public? We open to the, okay. The roll call. Oh, this is roll call. Okay. Mayor Dodd.
yes. Ordinance 40, 2025, bond ordinance providing for various 2025 capital acquisitions and improvements by and for the parking utility of Town of Dover County, Morris State, New Jersey, appropriating $1 million therefore and authorizing the issuance of a $1 million bond or note for the Town of Dover to finance the cost of. So moved. This is public hearing, second reading public hearing. At this time, I'll open ordinance 40 to the public. Anyone in the public who should be heard, please raise your hand.
No hands, Mayor.
Seeing no hands, close this portion to the public. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Councilmember Santana.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Councilmember Toro. Councilmember Velez. Yes. Councilmember Whitner. Yes. Mayor Dodd.
Yes, one of the best investments this town will ever do. Make the money investment of this $1 million, we'll make it back in the first year. Okay, we're going to our approvals of bills list, resolution 276. Thank you. Yeah, we should, thank you. Approval. Ordinance, resolution 276, 2025, approval of our bills list. So moved. Correct. Then a motion and a second, roll call please.
Aye.
Oh, excuse me.
Page 6, purchase order 25-02494, coded as CAS 01 for possible change. Are we able to remove that for voting separately, or does this have to be shared? Okay.
I just want, what page are you?
Page 6, the capital printing invoice. Are we able to remove that so that I'm separately, or do we have to vote on bills listed on? Okay, I'd like to remove that, the voting on that capital printing invoice, the $4,000.
That is, 2494.
2494, yes, for the Dover News letter.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you. And on page 12. For our photographer, Mr. Gahalis, who was wonderful. There is just 2 items on the bottom that don't have an event description on them, so I was just wondering. Page 12, 25-0260.
620, okay.
The last 2 items on the bottom, I think they'll have an event description attached to them. They're just wondering if you give a name for it. You don't have the unit number? Yes,
26.
26.
2620. I'm saying, since winter celebration, this is probably another day. But terrible, I'm fucking. He only does our main events, he does the, Halloween.
What's the name of the vendor? Morales, last name, that's the vendor name? Santiago, Oh, I see, winter celebrations.
Yes, but in all fairness, I don't know exactly what the.
Isn't that the conflict?
What page are we on?
Well,
Page 12, purchase order 252620.
Okay.
On the bottom says 1 photo coverage, 2 hours, 1 minute. And so a lot of.
Halloween. Halloween, yep. 1845, total preference. 2556, first. Yep, that's not a month, this is 2620 that I'm looking at.
For the winter celebrations.
Six, all I have here, prefer.
We could, what Santiago does is gives us a price for the events for the entire year. I don't know exactly how it's broken down, but we can certainly find that out tomorrow.
I'm assuming it's for the winter celebration, but.
So if it's listing the senior picnic under 2572, 9/11 under 2573, 2620, it has it listed as winter celebration.
But that, fund.
The funds are comfort, they have to be correct.
I'm pretty sure the requisition was created today.
So the requisition's created, doesn't mean it's paid. The
Yeah.
money's encumbered to
Yeah.
pay him for
Yeah.
them now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's gonna be for the Christmas break.
The other speech.
Yep.
Thank you. And then my last thing, page 37. The Valori report, came out for a total of $18,990. And I believe the threshold was 75. Is that correct?
Okay.
37.
Two five zero eight. Yes, I believe that's carried from to, so.
Two separate or
So you have two separate purchase orders for a total of
18,000.
one of the separate purchase orders.
So the one was for the chemical merchants, we spoke,
And
and the one was for the report,
And looking at this, it appears that the first bill is for the report, which is under the 17,000 threshold. And the second thing is for 2,000 consulting services for the council meeting. Yeah, related to the report, but not in preparing the report, so I don't,
so you
there's a distinction there.
don't think it's for the,
I have to look at it, but it looks like, I do recall seeing the invoice. And under the 75,000 threshold.
I mean, yeah, they're billed that way, but didn't he come to the council meeting to talk about the report?
He did,
So then how's it not, what was the report?
he did speak on the report, so you can,
So my concern is that this is now, the total is over the thresholds for one map. I understand that it's super purchase orders, it's totally, it's the same, so how do we deal with that? When it came out over the thresholds.
I don't know how, in all honesty, with our CFO here, I don't want to handle that, so we'll authorize that amount tonight for 17.5. And if the QPA, do we know if we have a QPA approval on that?
We did. I don't think I'm talking about me, I'll put it as definitely was, and he did approve it.
Okay, so we have a
increasing the
QPA.
threshold. Well, I recommend we approve this, under the 17.5 now.
And I'd also.
You're not. The total is 18,999, and you put 17.5, it's a difference of 1490. It's not a difference of.
I was going to approve the one invoice for 16,900. Bang. That's the one,
Just the one invoice, so we come back to the second.
back.
I'm okay. Yep. So we're moving 25-2494 and 25-250.
And then we're just striking 2579 for tonight, yes?
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
2579.
If it, just so everyone understands, when you have a QPA, qualified purchasing agent, it increases the threshold above 17.5. And if QPA signs off on it, it is his authorization to do so. Tonight, we're doing that as I guess as a courtesy. It's not required by law. We certainly could have approved the amount of $44,000. I don't have an issue with pulling it off tonight, only because our CFO isn't here. If our CFO is here, certainly we'd move it forward. But in the event that he's not here, we'll. Any other questions on the bills list? Okay, you're gonna be voting on the bills list, exception of 25-024 25094 and 2502508. Have a motion, please.
Second.
Oh, voting separately on two purchase orders. The first one is two. We'll vote on three separate votes tonight. One will be on the entire bills list and two separate purchase order numbers. We're doing the full bills list right now, minus those two purchase.
One is being pulled.
Those are me.
That's okay.
Okay, Councilmember Thacia?
Yes.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Santana?
Yes.
Councilmember Scarnio?
He's stepped out. He stepped out.
Councilmember Tapia?
Yeah.
Councilmember? Whitner? Yes. Mayor Dodd?
Abstain. Okay, now we're gonna vote on purchase order 250249. Motion and a second, please. Second.
Yes. Which one is this?
This is the one for the mail will cast through.
Yeah, I think that's informative.
Motion and a second, roll call please.
Councilmember?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Councilmember Toro? Yes. Councilmember Velez? Yes. Councilmember Whitner? No. Mayor Dodd?
Abstain. Then we have purchase order 250250 the Glory Group.
Second.
Councilmember Thacia?
Yes.
Councilmember Rodriguez? Yes. Councilmember Santana?
Yes.
Councilmember Tapia?
Yeah.
Councilmember Toro? Yes. Councilmember Velez? Yes. Councilmember Whitner? No. Mayor Dodd?
Abstain. Okay, we went for first resolutions, 277, approving taxing lowest license in the town of Dover. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second. Questions or comments? Both.
Councilmember Thacia?
Yes.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Santana?
Yes.
Councilmember Scarnio? Councilmember Tapia? Councilmember Toro? Yes. Councilmember Velez? Yes. Councilmember Whitner? Yes. Mayor Dodd?
Yes. Motion 278, a contract for paving in the fiscal year 2024, New Jersey DOT, 10th Avenue roadway improvement.
Simple. This one is completely grant funded.
There's an ESSER fund. We do have not a matching fund, but a portion of it is coming out of cap.
For the 300 something that we spent today, but this is our portion.
Yeah. Roll call.
Councilmember Thacia?
Yes.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Santana?
Yes.
Councilmember Tapia? Councilmember Toro? Yes. Councilmember Velez? Yes. Councilmember Whitner? Yes. Mayor Dodd?
Yes, resolution 279, putting crossing guard for the town.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Thacia?
Yes.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Santana?
Yes.
Councilmember Tapia? Yes. Councilmember Toro? Yes. Councilmember Velez? Yes. Councilmember Whitner? Yes. Mayor Dodd?
Yes. Okay, this time I'll open this portion to the public. Anyone in the public wish to be heard on any item, please state your name and address for the record. And I please ask the public to be respectful, be courteous, and mindful of the rights of others when providing comments. Comments may not be abusive, obscene, or threatening. All members of the public attending this meeting must treat each other with respect. Mayor and council, with respect. Individuals offering comments are not permitted to make personal attacks on any town employees, myself, or any member of town government, other testifiers, or members of the public. If you do, we will unfortunately have to mute you. All right, this first to the public, first speaker,
Bob Brannigan.
Bob Brannigan.
Mr. Mayor, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Hi, Mr. Mayor. First of all, regarding the senior picnic and the trip to the casino, I've had a couple of complaints from homeowners who are also seniors who didn't know about either one of these events. And in one of my trips to town hall, I ran into Michelle and discussed this with her, and she showed me a flyer that she had made up, and I told her I was going to suggest to you and the council that maybe the third quarter taxes, when they go out to the homeowners, to maybe stick that flyer in with the tax bill so that the homeowners or seniors especially will know about these events and will be able to participate. And also, the parking ordinance was passed. I was wondering when that's going to go into effect. And you also recently passed an amendment to the noise ordinance, allowing the code enforcement officials to get proper training and help the police in issuing summonses to those people that are violating the noise ordinance. And I was wondering when that's going to go into effect. And also, Mr. Mayor, I want to express my complete sorrow about what happened with your business and the fire. You know, I've been in politics, and I know Dover's always had the problem of putting their differences aside when one of our own is facing a situation where they need comfort and support. But I want to congratulate Councilwoman Whitner over the statement that she posted online about, I think it puts the nail on the head about how we all should be feeling, and what we all should be doing in these circumstances. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Bob. I greatly appreciate that. I'll answer the questions. Thank you. Next speaker.
Linda, I'm assuming Linda Mulligan
Linda Mullen.
or Linda Mullen.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I want to thank Council Whitner for her close oversight of the town's spending. Thank you for going through all those bills in detail. I remember my time on the Board of Ed, the similar kind of scrutiny that's required. And then I had the pleasure of attending a planning board meeting, and I learned some interesting things. So as you approved the redevelopment plan, and it'll be reviewed by the planning board, then it comes back and it says in there when they reviewed it and approved it. But I was wondering the procedure, so you hear their concerns, their questions, and all that, even though they vote yes. At the last meeting, they had a lot of different questions and concerns and issues with what got approved. And I was wondering how the council sees those comments. And I also learned at the planning board meeting, if they did vote no, you can easily override that they have real no say in that. So they could have voted no on some of the planning redevelopment, but at the end of the day, the council can supersede on all of these, what I think is a check and balance, but I guess that's not how it works, according to how it was explained to me at the meeting. And I hope your employees, and I know Connecting Dover has been having a conversation to make sure that the community's there for you and your employees, Mayor Dodd. Such a sad day. So, thank you.
That's all at this time. Oh, Edward. Okay. Edward Grimes.
Edward Grimes.
Okay, this is Edward Grimes. We talked about the moment of silence for Ramon and okay. Mayor Dodd and his lackeys owe an apology to all the black people of Dover for his comments to an African-American grandmother that were made, disparaging comments. Black people vote in Dover. Remember that. He also owe an apology to all the women of Dover for disparaging an African-American woman and calling her the C word and the P word. Absolutely disgusting, even for you, Dodd. You and women vote in Dover too, remember. You owe an apology to the gay and trans community for disparaging them with your rhetoric and your radical right comments. You're a Democrat, but you're radical right even for Republicans, which is very confusing to me. You owe Muslims a huge apology. The reason why you don't have meetings at the council meetings anymore in the building is because you said that burqas could hide guns and bombs. That's Islamophobia. No, there is no use for that kind of talk in Dover. No need for that, Mr. Dodd. So you owe the Muslims an apology because they vote as well. You should probably make up with them. You owe the disabled community a huge apology for your treatment of disabled people, especially on New Year's Day, where you locked them out of your party. It's clear that you're being punished by God for what you have done to this town and the taxpayers.
Mayor, I'm going to interrupt right now. I think the speaker should be cut off based on his comments.
Kane Pope.
Kane Pope.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. There's only two things I really wanted to talk about. More of a general question, and then something else to talk about is the effort to get the police chief and the fire chiefs removed. I don't understand why we're having such a push to do that. I don't know what the actual motive would do. Is that to make public safety better, save money? Like, what is the actual reasoning behind the move that we have to go to the Morris County Prosecutor's Office, go to judges? I don't understand why the council, as an entire, most of them, are trying to get that position removed. I don't really understand why we're doing such an effort to do that. Is it for public safety, to save money? Are they not doing their jobs correctly? I don't understand that part. The second part is, from all of the redevelopment that we're doing in town, are there any options for people to buy into our community? Like, are we building condos or single family homes or any kind of, any like condominiums, townhouses, or is any of that put into any of the redevelopment that we're putting in downtown, or is it all just straight apartments in town? Because originally downtown, there was a plan a couple of years ago to at least have 6 condos, and that fell through. I just hope that we can have at least some kind of home ownership. Like, I'm currently looking to buy a home in the town, and the cheapest home I could possibly find is $650,000, which is just unreachable by anybody in the community. So I don't know if I can get those questions answered now or later on, or reach out. The main questions is, why are we doing such a strong effort to remove the police chief, the fire chief, and the emergency management, to bring in a public safety director to save money, consolidate? Is it better for the general public? Because it's just a lot of effort for something that's really being stopped by every mean. And then if there's going to ever be an opportunity that the town will try to bring in condos or townhouses or I know single family homes is unfeasible in this area. It's just not possible. We don't have the land, but if we could possibly work with some developer to be able to let people buy into our community, not just let them buy our town from us and then rent it back to us. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, I'll answer questions at the end of public comment. Next speaker.
Connor Burbridge.
Connor Burbridge.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, Jimmy, I would like to say, as much as I don't like you, I am sorry about what happened. I wouldn't wish, that on my worst enemy. I really, my heart goes out to you and your employees and your family. Now, on another note, I want to know why you have a desire for so much power over the police department. I've read the ordinance. In my opinion, and in the opinion of many professionals, no civilian should have that much control over a police department and its operations. And then, as I understand it, anybody in the public safety director position and deputy safety director answers directly to you and Ed Ramirez. I ask the public, do we really want people with that much power and control? Is that what we want?